Look at him. That ugly slime of a man, Volter. Just truly, absolutely despicable. He's on screen with 2 Game Boy Advance soldiers, and he's still the most pathetic thing I'm looking at. That's truly quite impressive.
There is no meme. This is just a threat.
Hey, welcome back to Fire Emblem Sacred Stones Reforged. Last time, Chapter 5 was not kind to me. I made it kind to me by the end, through sheer force of will. But, as a whole, the map didn't like me very much. So, I'm gonna hope that 5X is nicer to me. Oh, that's cool. They're at, were they always shown to be on Chapter 6? I don't remember if that was so. Well, this so far is the same. That's a funny line. My dad won't surrender so easily. Bro is dead, dude. Alright. This all looks to be the same. Alright, let's see what's going on. That's about the same. I love Ford's line coming up where he's like, he says, "Are you fucking crazy?" in the most, way that he can get away with it. Are you sure you're sane? I love this scene. This scene gets memed to death. Because, oh my god, Ephraim took a castle with 4 dudes. That's insane. How'd he pull that off? I mean, it's literally established that it was a trap that he fell for. Granted, how the hell he escaped? That's the actual question. However, him taking a castle with 4 dudes, the story explicitly tells you that was a trap. Now, how he escaped, I will say, again, don't answer the question. The Volter should have killed him. There is no way Ephraim does not have the statistical advantage to kill Volter. Actually, that might be a fun video, just to see if it's statistically possible for Ephraim, Ford, and Kyle to survive Volter. Let alone the everyone else. Is that a fucking Myrmidon from Fire Emblem Echoes? Alright. That's interesting. Hold on, there was a cracked wall there. I mean, that cracked wall is there in the, Chapter 8 version of this map. Oh, the boss has a skill to steal. What do you got for me? Is that what he drops? Is Inspire? Let me look. Precision gains 20 hit when initiating battle. That's probably a class skill. Yeah, sure enough. Oh no, Inspire is what his class skill is. An attack that restores HP and grants 4 attack to nearby allies. Activates after hitting when below half health. That seems very powerful. Rally strength, and all I have to do is... Well, hold on, I guess its restrictions are quite strict. Because he needs to land an attack when he's below half health, and then wherever he lands that attack has to be around where allies are. So that might be a little difficult to trigger. Alright, let me just look around and see if there's anything bizarre that I'm looking at. A draft, I'm sorry. Chest key, door key. Alright. So outside of that guy dropping a draft, not much is different. A chevalier. Mounted knights with swift movement, axes, and bows. Okay. So it's kind of like they took in Ford being a ranger from, Prototype. Growth rates are solid all around. Kyle, you're about the same, but your strength, defense, and bulk are much more pronounced, it looks like. Alright, that makes sense. Ephraim, he is about as balanced as he was before. And I'm not saying that as a joke and that he's unbalanced. I mean that his stats are all very, like, roughly the same number outside of resistance, but that was the style at the time. And yeah, his growth, 95% HP, holy fuck. Alright, and is his skill like Erica's? Oh, it's the exact same. Okay. And then Orson. Same as he ever was. Surely will be a valuable ally to our cause. Alright, so I actually know a thing or two about this map. I know that Sacred Stones Reforged has added only two, maps to the game. One of them is something that I will encounter just playing the game. There's going to be a new map in the story integrated at some point. I think it's after Scorched Sand. Anyways, the interesting thing is that there's also a new Gaiden map added. This Gaiden map is Chapter 5XX. We're going Guilty Gear naming conventions here. And Chapter 5XX is unlocked by beating Chapter 5 in 10 turns or less. That's a cool sprite. So, I have to beat this map in 10 turns or less. Thankfully, that's likely why they added in the broken wall from the later rendition of this map to this rendition. Specifically, so that you can get an easier path over to Zonta and just kill him. Alright, Regin Leaf, this should be easy enough. Alright. Door key acquired. I gotta be careful with this, because I'm working on a very strict time limit. You still have an elixir, right? Yeah, I'm thinking I'm gonna need that. I think I'm just gonna wanna equip that, trade that, and just use, like, apply Orson liberally. Mainly because any experience that Orson ends up taking, I'm going to a new Gaiden map. Kyle, Ford, and Ephraim can just make up the experience there. So, Orson's new brown and green palette looked really nice. I fuck with it, can't deny. That's a chest key. Yeah, you're going after Ephraim, which I'm not too surprised by. Alright. Orson, you now... I'll give him that attack with the steel sword. Alright, and that'll draw the fire of a lot of those guys, which is fine by me. Do you double this guy? No. Does Ford kill him? No. So, what we're going to need to do to kill him, real quick. Alright, Ephraim doesn't die to me, so here's how this goes. Kyle moves up first and attacks like this. This does injure him. But Ephraim now moves over here, finishes this chuckle nut off with a completely unnecessary but really stylish critical. And as we all know, the completely unnecessary but stylish criticals are the most important. And then Ford clocks this guy in the dome. He and Kyle will now have 2 chest keys to themselves. Means I can get those 2 chests, come back down here, and then just empty out, and Orson just handles all of this. Excellent. I'm using strategy. And by strategy, I mean Orson's just killing everything. Now Ephraim is definitely in pain here. Do not get it twisted. Ephraim is going to need to heal. But I'm going to pick up the Killer Lance, if it's still a Killer Lance. And then I think the other chest has an elixir? No, it's the archer all the way on the right that also has an elixir. What the fuck does this chest have? It's got something. Alright, do you one-shot this guy with the You do! Alright, so I might have made a bit of a fuck you... Hold on, nope. This is completely doable. Hang on, I gotta see some... I gotta do some... Run some numbers. Okay, Kyle kills that guy. Alright, so we do this. Ford, you give Orson... the chest keys, and then just attack and kill this guy. I love how pronounced they made Ford's ponytail in this. As a man with a I don't often wear a ponytail, but as a man with long hair, I greatly appreciate it. Alright, a javelin. That's pretty good. Ephraim's gonna move down here, use a vulnerary that heals 15 now, which is pretty nice. Kyle finishes off you. His sword is delightfully green. And I have the drought now. Okay. Dumbass thought he could defeat the mighty Ford. Okay, so the fact that you don't 1 round is slightly annoying. Right, I am playing on Lunatic. I have to remember that. Alright, what am I currently looking at for time? 5. Alright. Gonna have to start kicking this into maximum overdrive. Orson has to open this chest. An energy ring? That's probably only 1 strength like the shield. Yeah, should still be fine. Alright, give him that. Alright, very, very nice. Can Kyle reach? No, he can't. Can Ford? No, he can't. But if I, hold on. Trade Vulnerary for an elixir, equip the iron bow, and use the Vulnerary. Perfect. And then Kyle can hang back and use his own Vulnerary. There we go. Ow. Okay. As much as I would like to not have to do this, just have Orson send it. I think that's where we currently are as a society. Kyle finishes that guy off. Just gotta look and see. Alright. Equip, use the vulnerary, and then Ephraim right behind. Ford should double this guy, right? Also, why do I get the feeling that Ford dodging that 53% just saved his life? It probably did, actually. There we go. More offenses, baby. More offenses. More power. More damage. Oh yeah, that definitely saved his life. Ford was going to... You know what? That's fair. I dodged the 53 to save my life. In exchange, I miss an 81. That is the law of equivalent exchange. I'll live with it. I get good RNG, I get bad RNG. That is the way of life. One can either run from it or embrace it. But 7. Alright, I'm running low on time. Please don't miss this 82. Thank you. Did not know what the hell I was going to do if I didn't do that. Kyle and Ephraim can definitely, like... Oh, Ephraim's... Should I save Ephraim's skill for the boss? No. Just fucking kill him. Like, actually... Do not try to gamble with the universe. Just kill this guy. We are nearing the end of the map. I'm running low on time. Alright, well, now we've got a bunch of 9s. Ephraim and Ford can now support. Ford's going to die if I don't kill this guy, so I'm gonna have to kill this guy. What am I at right now again? 7. Alright, so I'm not... It's not quite as desperate as I think, but it's definitely not good. I really don't want to give up on that skill, though. 20 more hit when you initiate combat is just absolutely sexy. It would probably be best on Ford, given that he uses a inaccurate axe as his primary weapon type, but bows are pretty accurate. Alright, do you just one-round this guy? You do, but I don't think I want to risk getting hit and then dying. How old is Orson? Nah, getting reaved is not going to be nice. Alright, items. What's your weapon levels? Swords are better, so... Ow. Alright then. And then Ephraim comes up here, finishes him off. And now it's time to see what Orson can do. Alright, item, equip that. Or, no, equip that. Do you die in 2 rounds of combat? You absolutely do not. Alright. Do you truly think you can take us with those numbers? Imbecile. Ow. Now, as I learned with Bazba, and losing the apparently, like, really neat personal weapon, not personal weapon, the bandit axe that was apparently in the one chest I didn't open, thrones don't heal in this hack. Alright, this is really fucking cool, because this means I can kill him with Ford, get the thing. Do I want to support with Ephraim first? Alright. I'm definitely supporting Ford with Erica. Like, that's already happening. And then give him Erica, Ephraim, and Vanessa. And then figure out who the A support is gonna... Well, the A support's gonna be Erica. And then Ephraim can have Ford. Probably also want to give him Erica and then Tana. No, I mean, I don't see any harm in doing this. Ford is... Yep, this is painting. A topographic... I love Ford's attempts to... I love Ford. I love Ford so much. But okay, supports have not been changed. I don't need to go over them unless I really happen to like the support. Yeah, literally, even he puts it together that they were just pawns. Losing here was the point. Alright, Ford. You've been gifted a second level up. More accuracy, sure. More accuracy, always nice. Alright, so you. A free steel sword, steel lance, and energy ring. Oh, all right. I believe Kyle can also... Yep. Perfect. We did it! You were brilliant! And I'm so smart, I got the bonus map on my first try. I'm so good at Fire Emblem, guys. Ignore all the times I'm not good at Fire Emblem. Oh, this feels like a CG moment. This feels like... a perfect moment. Have Ephraim and Volter squaring off like that invincible panel. Alright. Alright. Nothing new here. I love Ephraim so much. Volter's also an enjoyable scumfuck bastard villain here. Alright. How he wins this, I don't know. He's just built different. Yes! This is exactly what I wanted to see! Oh god, that's a beautifully drawn wyvern. Oh, and Kyle looks cool too, I guess. What idiotic wretch. How the fuck... Volter sounds like shit. Like, how do I make a piece of smelly shit sound? Like, what is the voice that gets? What idiotic wretches you are. Prepare yourselves to be destroyed utterly. Accept side quest? Yep. 5... Oh, Unbroken Heart and Unbent Will. That's a very nice title. I like that. That's good. That's cool. Well, would you look at that? Not a grotto soldier in sight. Seems your tactics are still sharp as ever, my lord. Patience, Ford. There's no telling if Grotto's army has lost our trail. Kyle's right. The enemy still claws at our heels. To be cornered now would spell a messy end for us. There's also the matter of troubling silence from Morrison. If he has been captured, we need to respond decisively. Sir Orson, let's assure his return be safe and swift. Right. What's our next move, then? This is Grotto territory. We're at a disadvantage here. Our foe knows the terrain far better than we do. There's a ridge just north of the riverbank. I caught sight of it as we rode. If we can reach it, we'll have a better view of our pursuers. I see the sense in that. A good view is worth 100 soldiers at a time like this. It's Ephraim. Stay down. Look, there, across the bridge. Are these half-wits truly not capable of finding a lone girl? His Majesty will have our heads for this. You, soldier! Are you just gonna stand there and idle? Lord Brand! No, sir, forgive us. We've combed every inch. Enough drivel. Find the girl with indigo hair. If she's still breathing, you make her stop. Your orders come from Grotto's highest command. Failure will not be tolerated. Yes, my lord, that's your command. That goes for the rest of you sods as well. I want every last man patrolling the area. If you value your life, you'll do as you're told. What? Another patrol? No, it's a different group altogether. There's not a moment to spare. We'll break through their ranks and route north. And route north, excuse me. There's an E in that word. Hi, forward. Let's move. Okay, so they're playing out how he discovers, Myrrh. Alright. And by the looks of this map, which... Wait a minute. This is just the Fire Emblem 7 map where you recruit Lucius and, Nils. Wait a minute, this is just from FE7. Though, to be fair, the FE7 didn't have a fucking Berserker on it. So. Now, as I can see, the Berserker is out of the way, but of course he has a fucking body ring that I really want. Okay, does anyone else here have something I need to really look out for? Alright, a dude with an elixir. He's probably there for the sake of, if I had lost too many healing items in the previous map. But okay, Ford... Oh, Ford's starting to double! This is bad because I wanted to give Kyle that kill with a javelin, though. Yes! Perfect. Now, Kyle can be... Let's see, let's over here. I want that elixir, so let's give Ephraim those. And then you go right there. Perfect. And then Ford can don his steel axe and welcome the enemy to his doom. Oh. Well, that... Oh, no. There was one more space. I fucked up. Well. Guess I'll, Yeah, no, that was a bit of a goof up by me. And then I would have been able to put Ford right there and welcome the bow. Alright, so I goofed. But like, who cares, man? I can easily rebound. Go get him, 40. I probably should have put Kyle directly next to Ephraim, so that Ephraim's skill could start proccing. I'm really making a few mistakes here, aren't I? But that's fine. Ow. But that's okay, I'm on a fort. Behold! Did that fucking do anything for you? Level 6, level 5. So I would like... Alright. Ford, you move up there. Ephraim can easily handle you. And then Kyle can get his first level up of the run. Alright, Kyle fans. Let's see what we got. Bow, bow, bow. Yeah. He's like if Gilliam had movement. Ow. I mean, the hard part of this map is dealing with the Berserker. Like, very clearly, if I just ignore him and ride to the left, I'll be fine. But he's got a body. Defeating 4 enemies grants this unit 4 strength, defense, and speed for the remainder of the map. And the Berserker? That's a warrior? Okay, that's gonna really confuse me. Why would you change the warrior to look like a Berserker? But okay. So that's the warrior's personal skill. 4 kills gets them that big of a buff. That might make me consider taking Ross down the Berserker path. That's really useful. Level 7, level 6, level 6. Alright. Let's continue to showcase the blind favoritism. Oh, maybe not that much. Alright, Ford going right here. He'll intercept those 2 and kill them, and we'll be fine. I'll use a vulnerary. Alright. You are going to die, miss. Scream if you must. Alright. And then this guy's got 8 entire damage. Ford's gonna be in pain, but it's nothing he hasn't felt before or will feel in the future. Cause, if you make it past my Wyvern Knights, I may just let you live. Okay. So what Vulture just said is he's not going to move. But if I kill these 2 chuckle fucks, then he's cool with me. What a good guy, that Vulture! I can actually take a moment to see if, like, Dragon Knights have anything unique to them. It looks like they're about the same. Okay, Pierce is now an activatable, and you have to be hit twice. Okay. But what a good guy, that Vulture. Not killing us and instead letting us have a chance at life. You know, maybe he's not so bad. If you ignore the murder, the rape, and the pillaging. You know, minor setbacks.